Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Riley King. It's Tuesday, January 11, 2022. And welcome to this Tuesday afternoon edition of your afternoon news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Let's get started now. First up, extreme cold prompts closures and frostbite warnings. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
This is your home. This is your family room / gym. The guest bedroom / music studio.
The experts say the safest choice in these extreme conditions is to stay home and inside, and that's why state officials decided to close outdoor COVID-19 testing sites today.
Stay inside as much as possible. Make sure that you're wearing proper clothing for the weather if you're going outside, even if it's just for a moment or two. Frostbite can set in as little as 10 minutes on unexposed skin.
State officials are urging people to take precautions in this extreme cold. The Arctic conditions have prompted DHHS to close outdoor COVID-19 testing sites in Manchester, Claremont, Nashua, and Newington. Nashua Deputy Fire Chief William Atkinson says, with Granite Staters finding ways to stay warm, come increased calls for fires and carbon monoxide poisoning.
People even use their kitchen ovens. They'll open the door of the oven and put the heat on high to add supplemental heat to the room.
Chief Atkinson recommends keeping a 3-foot zone around your heater and not leaving it unattended. Plus, check smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. And when it comes to chimneys, make sure they're clean. Another warning in this extreme cold, keep your pets indoors as well. Who needs a place to stay warm today can call 211 for information about warming centers. In the newsroom, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
All right, Ray, thanks. Today's frigid weather is raising concerns about the possibility of frostbite. Alyssa Ali is here now to tell us what you should watch out for. It's so cold out there.
That's right. Anyone who plans to be outside for any period of time should really know the symptoms of frostbite. The parts of the body that are most commonly affected are your fingers, your toes, cheeks, ears, and nose. Now, early signs include red or pale skin, prickling sensation, and numbness. To avoid frostbite, there are several things that you can do. Limit your time outside in the cold, dress in loose layers, wear mittens instead of gloves. Also, remember to not drink alcohol if you do plan to be outside because it can lower your body temperature and cause your body to lose heat faster.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Fire officials expressed concern over customer behavior while building burned. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Every Friday, Saturday night, that place is pretty much packed and people are waiting out the door just to get in.
Adriana Roy grew up in Keene and went to Keene State College. She says Cobblestone Ale House was the place to be.
It's the first bar I ever went to when I turned 21 and all through college. That's how you met anybody, in school, and everybody went here. So yeah, it's really devastating.
Late Saturday night, investigators say a fire started in the area of a fryolator in the kitchen. Employees tried to put the fire out themselves before calling for help.
There was opportunity for people to see smoke and call us. They didn't do that. To identify there was a problem, activate the fire alarm system. They didn't do that. So we had a lot of delays.
Fire took hold of the building quickly, but videos circulating on social media show customers seemingly unconcerned, still hanging around in the bar, surrounded by smoke, with fire alarms sounding.
Very unsettling and disturbing as a firefighter, fire investigator to see that, knowing that 5 minutes later, the video of fire breaking out the front windows and totally involving that space is what happened. Had they chose to make a poor decision, we could have had a different outcome on this fire.
Everyone in the building, including those in the apartments upstairs, got out safely. Investigators say as a business, Cobblestone was code compliant and inspections were up to date at the time of the fire. Now, structural engineers deemed the building unsafe and it is considered a total loss with estimated damages over $1 million. In Keene tonight, Jason King, WMUR News 9.
More than 14 million Americans
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Crews respond to a fire in Gilmington. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Breaking news in Gilmington, where fire crews are on the scene of a 2-alarm house fire. This is on Crystal Lake Road near Pine Circle. Crews are asking everyone to avoid Crystal Lake Road if they can at this point.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Emails show Harmony Montgomery's mother plea for help. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
This can't be right.
Trouble with your taxes. A mother's desperate plea. Please, I'm begging for help in finding my daughter. That's what Crystal Sorey wrote in an email to the Manchester Mayor's office on December 29th. The mother of missing 7-year-old Harmony Montgomery said the girl's father never enrolled her in school, and wrote she's missed important doctor's appointments she's had since a baby due to her disability in her eye. Sorey also said DCYF did nothing to help her find Harmony. Today, police ended their 3-day search of the backyard and patio of 77 Guilford Street in Manchester. That's where Harmony was last seen 2 years ago. The homeowners who live there now have no connection to the case. News 9 Investigates obtained service calls and police reports for that address from 2018 to 2021. Officers were called to that house 29 times. 4 of those indicate DCYF was notified. An incident report from 2019 describes clutter and trash in every room, and power had been cut to the house. But the report said all 3 children inside appeared to be clean and fed and were wearing appropriate clothing for the conditions. In a follow-up email last week, Sorey laid blame for her daughter's disappearance on DCYF, writing, DCYF failed my child 100%, and everyone in our family will vouch for that. DCYF officials say the agency is strictly bound by state and federal law from confirming any information about any of its cases.
Harmony's father, Adam Montgomery, is being held without bail on felony assault charges against the girl from 2019. His estranged wife, Kayla, also facing charges of welfare fraud. Late today, her lawyer filed a motion to have her $5,000 bail revised. The Attorney General's office tells News 9 Investigates they will object.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Stepmother of Harmony Montgomery faces more charges. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Jean Kayla Montgomery currently being held on $5,000 bail. Her attorney filed a motion yesterday to have that bail revised. And now the Attorney General's office is not only objecting, it's adding new charges. The Attorney General's office cites new information released late last Friday by DHHS about Kayla Montgomery's family assistance file, alleging that she failed to disclose that Harmony was no longer under her care or in the household. This morning, the Attorney General filed a new motion adding 8 misdemeanor charges of welfare fraud connected to fraudulently receiving food stamp benefits for a child. Prosecutors are dropping the Class A felony of welfare fraud, but charging Montgomery with a new felony charge of theft under a different statute. On Monday afternoon, law enforcement ended a 3-day large-scale grid and dig operation in the backyard of Harmony Montgomery's last known address in Manchester. Officials declined to confirm if anything was found, citing an ongoing and active investigation. A $100,000 reward is now being offered for information that helps find Harmony. If you know anything, you can call or text a dedicated tip line. That number, 603-203-6060. The number is staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Live in the newsroom this noon, Amy Cavino, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and that does it for this afternoon edition of your afternoon news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Thanks for tuning in and listening. Have a great rest of your afternoon. Goodbye.